Um, Thank you all for coming. My name is Rachel Cho, and we've been working so hard on our theses that it's really boiled down to this point, and it's really kind of crazy that it's finally happening. But anyways, my name's Rachel. Oh, again. Last year, I started working with a nonprofit organization called a Freebird Organization. Their mission is to uplift children battling cancer by empowering them to explore and pursue their dreams of being artists. A Freebird ultimately does this by bringing children one-on-one arts education, and this happens through a series of steps. First, moms learn about a Freebird through hospitals, word of mouth, and social media. And then moms sign their children up with the Freebird organization's programs. And then they take their children to Dream Big events, which consist of performance arts like Broadway to fashion shows and magic shows for children. And then the moms give the organization permission to work with their children. And then moms have to coordinate times for the children's one-on-one tutoring sessions. All of that is really amazing, but what I realized after a couple of months of working with this organization is the moms are doing so much for their children. So when I asked the president's organization's assistant what we do for moms, she answered me saying, as far as I'm concerned, it's a Facebook page that says a Freebird support group. Did you know that there are over 1,000 children under the age of 20 diagnosed with cancer every year in New York City? When a child is diagnosed, the entire family is affected with cancer. There are a number of organizations dedicated to helping children, but what about moms? When children get sick, moms take care of them. But who takes care of moms when they get sick? Who cares for the caregiver? This is Shamiza, and her son on the left is King. King was diagnosed with high-risk leukemia and G6PD enzyme deficiency. One of the things that she told me was, we have a lot of family and friends, but no one that's close by. And the one family that is close by doesn't even call to check in and see how we're doing. Moms don't have a lot of support near them, and so this leads them to have very little time for self-care. Self-care and support is so important for moms. Studies have shown that those with a robust social support network have better health and report higher well-being. Support is a form of self-care, which is good for them to be able to boost their self-esteem, take a break from their routine, and avoid burnout. And in doing all these, in supporting and caring for themselves, they're able to give back more, in this case, moms to other moms. This is Karen and her family. Her son on the left, Elijah, was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia. Again, the one who has to stay home and take care of him is his mother. From the several months of working with moms, I've learned so many things, but a couple of my main takeaways were moms feel guilty in taking time for themselves, and this is because they're so busy taking care of their children and their families. Second, moms have forgotten how to take care of themselves, and this is because they don't have a lot of support near them, they don't have a lot of help. And lastly, moms want to give back to their communities, but they're lacking the channels to do so. There were two really big areas that emerged from my research: support and self-care, if you couldn't already guess. And actually what's really interesting is through my research process, support and self-care kind of merged together to create a support through self-care program for moms. Overall, I learned that moms are lacking in opportunities to care for themselves. So with their guidance, I created the Offline Social Club. By promoting self-discovery through creative self-care, the Offline Social Club creates guilt-free opportunities for moms of children living with chronic illness to decompress and give back to their communities. These opportunities come in the form of events that happen throughout the city, and they're all specialized in the arts. arts have been proven beneficial for mental health and self-esteem. And so self-esteem by alleviating stress through distraction. And so arts and social support kind of seem to be the perfect pairing. A Freebird has this program at the organization called Dream Big, like I was saying earlier, where we promote and encourage children to explore the arts. And they do this through a series of steps that help them to explore Broadway shows, go to interactive children's theater, and that kind of thing. So instead of reinventing the wheel, what we were able to do is actually take that program and sort of pivot it and create a new program for parents to direct it towards moms to work with them on their schedules. Through my research, I learned that moms want the option to do things, but they're just lacking in these opportunities. Care for the caregiver doesn't happen overnight. And so what the Offline Social Club does is it offers moms a chance to care for themselves throughout the year, month by month, day by day, week by week. So this is how it works. First, when moms enroll their children into a Freebird, moms too are also connected to their community, the community of support at a Freebird. And in the support group, they are then introduced to the Offline Social Club as a resource to be able to use as a creative self-care exploration guide. Once they are a part of this social club, they receive newsletters, they receive notifications via email, and they get exclusive access to free events and they get free access to the entire resource. They sign up for these events, and they meet other moms, and they attend the events, and then they get to go home, and they feel better and happier, and so they're able to be more present and more productive with their parents or with their families. After my final intervention, I was speaking with Karen's son, Elijah, and he said, when she's home, she just thinks about stuff that makes her sad. But after the events that she has gone to, she seems better and happier. And that makes me feel better because she needs to get out of this house more. While the interactions happen offline, signing up for the events actually happens online because that makes it super easy for moms to sign up anytime and anywhere. The Offline Social Club is an online resource dedicated to bringing moms offline. And actually, when I did a lot of research into support groups, I found that a lot of them were online and there were forum-based discussions revolving around cancer. And even if they did meet up online or offline, they were still conversations based on cancer. And so what the Offline Social Club does is it offers moms a way to explore their creative self-care needs around the city, to have a couple of hours of distraction to be themselves, and they get to join a supportive community and at the same time give back to one another the validation and the community that they have been slowly isolated from their original communities. Oh, I was supposed to play that. So pretty much what the Offline Social Club does is it makes self-care for moms the new way of giving back to others, one caregiver at a time, starting with themselves. There are over 1.5 million caregivers in New York City, and that's a lot of caregivers. And a total New York City population of 8.6 million. If you think about it, 1.5 million caregivers is almost the entire fourth of the population of New York City. Yeah, that's a lot. For those of you who don't know, informal caregiving refers to the help and support that family members and friends give to individuals who are either temporarily or permanently unable to function independently. So by giving these moms a spaces around the city to be themselves, we're giving back a little bit of their independence and autonomy. Through my research, I've come up with 4 valuable insights. And I've learned that my final intervention has to include these 4 needs: validation, community, laughter, and social support. I found that validation and community are the overarching themes of my final intervention because From one of my prototypes, I've learned that moms need validation. They like telling their stories and being validated by sharing their stories with those who may or may not share similar experiences. And in this way, they find the supportive community that they need, a community that understands and empathizes with them. Another need that I found was laughter is really important because it provides the perfect distraction for moms. After one of the events, which was a paint night for moms, Cynthia, one of the mothers that I was working with this term, was telling me after the event, I felt relaxed and had a happy heart. By working directly with moms through the process, I was able to learn and we were able to create something that worked for them on their own terms. I created so many interventions and so many prototypes, but ultimately I learned that moms knew best, and so I had to create something with them to finally give them something that they can do on their own time, on their own terms. After the intervention, moms were sharing on their Facebook page. A Freebird was sharing on their Instagram and their social media about how these events address their needs. And by moms sharing directly onto their social media and directly to their followers and friends, they're able to give back a little bit of hope to these people, and they're able to spread the awareness that much faster. The Offline Social Club is actually being implemented at a Freebird right now, and it allows moms to take a break from routine, get out of their usual environments, have a good laugh, and grow new and old relationships that they had and can build new ones. So moving forward, what I want to do with the Offline Social Clubs, I want to continue working with it to grow it to the point where I can partner with other organizations as well and help other moms, other informal caregivers in the city. This is one of the moms. She told me I would usually shy away from stuff like this on the camera, like selfies and stuff like that, but the energy I get is amazing. So we may be small, we're starting off small, but I think it's amazing to see that we're able to make a difference in moms' lives, one life at a time, one event at a time, and one organization at a time. Thank you. Okay, I'm just going to do a couple of thank yous. I just want to thank my family for flying all the way out here, just like Ruby said, for like 10 minutes. Thank you so much, my sister. She was always there packing me breakfast when I was running out the door. Mia for constantly pushing and really just pushing really hard. She is a tough one, but she's really good. And my DSI cohort for teaching me every single day when I was there, learning from them. I don't talk much in class, but they talk a lot. And you can learn a lot through people who talk a lot. So, thank you everyone for being here, and woo!